In this video, learn how to fix errors that you may encounter when importing your data. Once you have set up your data imports, you can import all data sources at once in the App Builder. On the home screen, click on Import All Sources and start importing. It appears that our Sessions import source has some errors. Let's look into it further by clicking on Agenda. In the Sessions table, the data import is excluding 3 records because of errors. Click on the red error text to see what is wrong. This brings us to the Results tab of our import source. Our import data source is like a spreadsheet that has all of the sessions. In row 2 of our data, our spreadsheet, a session is missing the session title. In row 3, the session type or track is missing. And in row 8, the end or stop time is missing. Each session must have a title, session type, date, and start time and end time. If that data is missing, the system cannot import those data rows from the spreadsheet, so it skips those data rows from the import source. If you can't fix the data source yourself but have someone else on your team managing all of your data, you can send them an email to fix the errors. Let's close the dialog box by clicking outside of it. In the sliding drawer on the right, another category of data errors is listed. The errors here list problems in your imported data, some of which must be addressed before you can publish. Let's go through each error. This error is with one of our presentation level sessions or subsessions. Subsessions are grouped under a main or parent session. This error shows that there is a subsession whose end time falls outside of its parent session end time. Let's click on the session ID for more info. The subsession ends at 10:15, but if we click on the parent session, that session ends at 10 a.m. Let's close out of the dialog box. It is best to fix these in your source data, but if this is not possible immediately, you can just click Clear. The warning tells us that this particular subsession will be removed, and click OK. And this subsession is removed. If you don't fix the error in your source data, the same subsession error will reappear whenever you re-import your data. Broken speaker links mean your session is basically pointing to a speaker that doesn't exist yet in your speaker data. You will also see orphan errors if your data links to other content like exhibitors or media items that are not yet imported into those tables. Click on the session ID to see the broken speaker link itself. We'll close the dialog box. Orphan errors should really be fixed in your source data. But if this isn't possible and you must publish immediately, you can click Clear next to the broken links and temporarily delete those associations. Again, the warning asks us if we are sure that we want to delete the broken speaker record. Click OK. Now, if we scroll down and click on this session, we see that the bad speaker record has been removed. Once again, if you don't fix the error in your source data, the broken speaker link will reappear whenever you re-import your data. Let's close out of this dialog box. Now this subsession has a different session type than its parent session. Let's click on the session ID. Our subsession has a session type of lecture, but when we click on its parent session, it has a type of optometry. Let's close out of the dialog box. While this is just a warning and not an error that would prevent you from publishing, you can update the subsession to match the parent session's type just by clicking Update. The warning asks us if we're sure that we want the subsession to be the same type as its parent session. Click OK. Now if we scroll down and go into this subsession, we see that it has the same type, optometry, as its parent session does. Let's close the dialog box. Let's try to publish by clicking the Publish button and Publish Proof Data. It looks like we still have errors to address. Whenever there are errors that prevent publishing, the system will alert you with this message. A red Fix Error button also appears in the upper right corner of your screen. Clicking on either View in this dialog box or Fix Error will allow us to see the errors that are preventing the publish. Let's click View. The dialog box shows all errors that are preventing the publish. The error here is another orphan error. This time, one of our speakers has a media item that does not yet exist in our media table. You can either clear all of the orphaned errors in all tables, email a list of the orphaned items to someone on your team who could fix it, or go to the individual records themselves by clicking on the ID to fix. Let's clear all orphaned items right from the dialog box. Click Clear All Orphans. Once again, clicking this, as the warning says, will remove the broken associations, in this case the broken media item in our speakers table. Click OK. We can now publish since all orphan errors have been resolved. Just make sure that you fix your source data so that the import won't skip any rows from your spreadsheet or abstract management system import, and you don't have orphans after your next data import.